Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. Welcome to a video that I am tentatively calling 10 products I love to hate and hate to love. First of all, if you're new here, welcome. If you like colorful makeup, if you like bitches with lots of opinions, or if you just like cute fat babes, I hope you'll subscribe. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Happy to see you again. This video is something I'm doing in collaboration with my dear friend Yolanda. Yolanda has a channel here on YouTube called Deeper Skin Tone. I will have Yolanda's video and channel linked in the description box, and I hope you will go check her out. She makes amazing videos. I enjoy Yolanda's channel, everything from, beauty videos to white women nonsense to playing around with single eyeshadows. We've done live streams. She's just a joy. And Yolanda's also an ideas person, and she mentioned this idea and I was instantly hooked. Now, the title or how Yolanda describes it might be a little different than what I'm saying, but hopefully I have interpreted the prompt correctly. I took it as, from our conversations, products I'm kind of ambivalent about, products that have parts of their features that hook me in, and then parts that just make me go, oh, hell no. Most of these products I may have mentioned on my channel previously, but we all love a list. So let's just jump right into the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter in Spotlight. So I purchased this probably a year ago in a VIB sale. This is a liquid highlighter. Charlotte also has blushes and contours and other glowy face products in this packaging. First of all, this is obscenely priced for, in my opinion, the packaging, just as it is. Just I don't know. This just feels dinky. It feels cheap. But my package is not how it originally comes. Originally, this plastic part is covered with a sponge, akin to the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. Yeah. See, I have a problem with that packaging, especially when a drugstore brand has similar packaging to a high-end luxury brand. I find that, Yolanda said it perfectly in one of our conversations. You're supposed to change your, mascaras every 3 to 6 months because of it, the way it harbors bacteria. What is hanging out in that sponge? What is hanging out in there? Really? And yes, I fixed it. And yes, it is a very pretty, glowy cream highlighter that sets down. But my experience just doesn't interest me in repurchasing this, when in other situations I could consider myself picking it up again. So there's a part of me that loves this product, loves the effect it gives, would love to see this being released in a wider shade range. But there's a part of me that hates the packaging, even with the packaging fix that I did, that just makes me very ambivalent. The next product up is from Oma Beauty. This is the Blowout Brow Gel. I had 2 of these, so I have used this and I enjoy this. But the thing about this that drives me kind of, it activates me. So, okay, let me tell you. I love brow gel. My perfect brow gel has fibers in it. It also has color to it. It has some hold. I basically do my brows with just brow gel. And I don't personally think I have super full brows. I'm just lazy, and I think brow gels give me the quickest effect that holds nicest on my skin. I have enjoyed this brow gel, but this brow gel goes from 0 to 100 in terms of color, pigment, payoff. And if you are not careful, all of a sudden you will have like Sharpie brows because there's just so much pigment in the gel. I find that I can generally make do with this, but sometimes when I finish my brows, I'm just like, oh, those are intense. And it's not just because this is a dark color. I had a lighter tone and this color, and I just find that if you're just even slightly sleepy while you're doing your makeup, you might have some regrets. Okay, let's talk another packaging fail. So the Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. If you don't know, Good Molecules is on the more affordable side of skincare. They are, I think anywhere from like $6 to $30 for a product. That's a very rough estimate. But I know that this eye gel is $6. Now, as you can see, I have used it. I will be using it up. But I hate this metal tube packaging. The coating has chipped off. I find that like getting up to this part of the usage, it gets harder and harder to like squeeze everything out. At the same time, from the moment I open this always gives you more product than you need. There's something about the tube. It makes me think of the ABH eye primer. I remember when that first came out, everyone was talking about it overflowing. So what happens for me is every time I try to push this up to just get a little bit of eye gel out, I tend to get more than I need. And sometimes even as I'm trying to close it, more will come out. As I've gotten to this point in the packaging, it's not doing that as obnoxiously, but it just has this tendency to kind of want to pop back up. It's a gel consistency for sure. I find that it's a nice daytime eye cream. It's not, like for me, it's not anything I'm super duper excited about, but I think the price point is nice. I just really never enjoyed the process of using it in terms of opening the packaging, taking out too much, having the cover of the tube starting to peel off and kind of just be uncomfortable to hold. Like, I know I'm making a lot out of a little for some people. And the thing is that because of the price point and because of the accessibility of Good Molecules, I might pick this up in the future, but I'm also not sure if it's even doing anything for me. Like, it's a nice gel formula, but is it actually doing anything? I'm not sure. I think if the packaging was just easier to work with, I would be like, everyone give this a try. But because it is what it is, I'm just kind of telling you to give it a try. Just kind of. Let's talk about products that I have mentioned multiple times, but they're still in my collection. The Rituel de Fille Color Nectar Pigment Balms. I have not one of these, but two. These are cream blushes, and as you can see, they have some really cool colors. I want to love these more than I do. This is the only yellow cream balm blush I've ever seen. I do think that makes it unique. But if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, I do yellow blush, but I'll do powder. And I have powder yellow blushes that I like more. But even this color I keep in my collection because I think it's like a color that I want to use. And it is a very beautiful color. and it feels unique to my collection. I have a lot of pink blushes, but something about this tone does feel unique. This one is Bee Sting. And like, that is very much a me blush. I feel like a pink blush is very me. And even Wasp, the yellow, like it's a beautiful like egg yolk yellow, which I know is not totally the norm. But these blushes, I struggle with them a lot. First of all, I personally haven't found a brush that applies them super well for me. But I would say I'll give that another try. I don't want to say that's the universal experience. What I find, because these are a balm, I find them to just apply a little too patchy for me. And patchy kind of means translucent. So because it's a balm, you know, your skin can come through. But what I find is that there are times with both colors that I will struggle to get kind of a uniform application, or if I want to ombre it where it's more sheer, let's say on the apples of the cheek, and then more intense towards the back of my cheek in like a contoured effect. I also find that I can't really accomplish that easily. I like the idea of it being buildable, where you can go in really sheer or build it up more, but I find that actually controlling these to be able to do that, I'm not able to. So I have yet to declutter them because I find the colors to be unique to my collection, and I have this desire to like them more than I do. But I would say these are not an entry-level cream blush kind of product. Now let's talk another blush, the Artist Couture Love Sprung palette. So this is a blush trio, and there are 2 mattes and a shimmer. So Baby Bloom and Swoon Me are matte, and the middle shade, which is Eternal Flame, is a shimmer. I talked positively about this, but the last couple of times that I've picked up this product, I felt like I kept noticing some patchiness as well. And I haven't quite identified if it's just my base, if it's certain parts of your face, my face, because I know that people have said that, I've experienced that certain parts of my eye or certain parts of my face will just have periods of time where it just doesn't want to accept pigment. But I just have noticed that when I'm applying this product, I will notice some patchiness. Sometimes it's like, you know, down here, and sometimes it's like, I don't know if it's the contours of my face that are making the lighting look off or whatever it is. But as much as I enjoyed this product in the past, I am less eager to pick it up now after I've started to notice the patchiness. But at the same time, I still really like the colors, and I think that the neutral shimmery blush in the center makes a really pretty neutral shimmery blush. It makes a nice topper for bronzer for me. It can neutralize either of these blushes in a very pretty way. Both of the other 2 blushes have like a pretty tone to them, the peach and the pink. I find the pink is not super duper pink. It's not like, you know, the Rituel de Fille blush. It's more of like a mauvey tone. And so I still have an appreciation for this palette, and I want to love it, but I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. Now I'm going to talk more about Rituel de Fille. The highlighters. So I'm wearing Chimera today. I have written love notes to Chimera. I think it's a beautiful cream highlighter that has a green flash to it. And this is the Metamorphic highlighter. So this formula is what I'm talking about. Both of these are the Metamorphic formula. The thing that I have also found with these is that I personally, even more than the blushes, I personally think that they have to be applied with your finger. There's something about the texture of these. I find that I need my finger and like pressing and almost smudging motions to really crush up the highlighter and like get it applied. I don't even want to say evenly, but I guess evenly, smoothly, because otherwise, if I don't do that motion of really like pushing it into my skin, I will find that even if I tap, tap, tap and like continuously tap and really try to diffuse it, I oftentimes will have like bunches where the pigment is, the product is. And here's the thing is, for somebody like myself who doesn't often wear or doesn't always wear a base foundation or something like that, that's not as big of a deal. But if I have a foundation or if I have a more concealed look on, then I'm not going to reach for these. And I found that both Chimera or the Chimera and the Siren do that. And the Siren was gifted from a friend, but Chimera I purchased, just to be clear. So I think it's the metamorphic texture in general. It just has this need to really, for me and my skin, to be like pushed into it for the highlight and the glow to look even and smooth. Even if it looks glittery and shiny and beautiful, there's just something about the like particle size in these. And so, like I said before, I've kept them. I do really enjoy especially the Chimera, but I have a hard time expressing a lot of love and joy for these the longer I have them, because my issues continue. It's not like I'm just, oh, I figured it out and now they're like foolproof. They're still kind of a pain in the butt, but pretty, but a pain in the butt. Okay, number 7 is the lip product I have on today, and that is the Cosmetics Lip Cushion Tinted Lip Luminizer in Magic Hour. We're not even going to talk about Michelle Phan and why I generally don't have a desire to buy more Cosmetics. But this is a really beautiful formula. This formula competes with the Fenty Slip Shine as a favorite glossy, moisturizing, easy to apply, colorful lip product. But here's the thing, you cannot unscrew or unclick up this lip product. So for me, even if I was like, you know what, fuck it, I want this again, I want to buy it, but let me wait until I'm close to the bottom, I have no idea what that looks like. Because if I were to click it up all the way, I would be fucked. So while the product itself is like very dreamy for me, and I even don't mind the thin applicator, the actual fact that I can't just screw the product back down makes me a little bit bitter about this product. Another product that I have mentioned recently in terms of changed feelings, the Lethal Cosmetics liners, the gel eyeliners. Now, I have raved about these. I have very annoying water lines. Most pencil liners that I've tried don't really stick or stay. And I just, oh my gosh, has this one done it too? So most liners just don't stick or stay in my waterline. I love having color down there, whether it's a pop that accents the rest of the eye look or just a color that matches what's happening on my eye. I love eyeliner. But I just struggle to find liners that work for me. The lethal gel liners really do. Not every color performs the same, but they really tend to perform nicely. But here's the thing, even with the stopper that they have and the lid on tight, they just dry out very quickly. This is Ectoplasm. This is from the Lethal is Dead collection. And the dark line around the pot, that is the liner shrinking in. That is light kind of coming through. And I've had this for 6 months, basically. And so the texture of this liner is still okay, but you can see that it's changing. And I understand in some ways that that's the nature of the beast. But unfortunately, it just makes me a little less eager to try new colors from them. I like having a big wardrobe of eye colors, of eyeliner colors. And I feel like because I like a lot of variety and I cycle through colors, that this formula at this price point just doesn't work for me anymore, because I don't use them up quick enough for the cost. It makes me sad. I want to keep using the ones that I have that are still good. I know that you can rehydrate with Duraline or other things, but the ease of these was the whole point. It was one of the big selling points, and the ease is kind of leaving me with time. So it makes me sad. Now, the last two on my top 10 are single eyeshadows from indie brands. I am an indie shadow lover. Now, I love matte formulas that are like really blendable, pigmented, colorful, but that like I can take a big brush and really floof them on and blend them out and layer and play and mix. And like I really adore Dandelion Cosmetics and their matte formula. I have 5 of them, which is not a huge number in my collection, but I find them but I just have they have a soft spot in my heart. And the colors I have are super me. They are beautiful shadows. I find that I can apply them in the way that I love to apply eyeshadow. They are very pigmented. They blend out, they can build up, but they are very soft. They are very softly pressed. So you will pick up a lot of product. You will have a lot of kick up in pan, and you may have fallout. I'm pretty sure you will, but I'm just gonna say you may have. At the same time, they are also priced incredibly affordably. They are an indie brand. They are a small brand. So like I do talk about them positively and I tell people about them. I have this ambivalence because basically I'm at that point where I'm like, I don't want to buy more from the brand unless I happen to hear that they've started pressing their shadows just a little firmer, because they are just extremely delicate. And I know that like traveling and all of that is not the most important for everyone, but as somebody that has had to move with their makeup and does travel with makeup, these worry me a lot. And so while in my heart, I'm like, oh, I would buy a whole rainbow of colors from Dandelion, I actually don't know if that's true, because I worry about their stability, not just with traveling, because they get disrupted in pan just with regular use. So it's a little bit of a like, I get it. I get that some of the reasons why I love the product and love working with it might go away if they changed how they press the product, but I would personally be willing to try to trade out some of the features for harder pressing. Now, I don't know if this last item will surprise you or shock you, or you'll be like, yeah, of course you're talking about this. But I just had to mention black-based multichromes. In particular, I have Cleona here, but I also have a JD Glow one in this palette. These are not all black-based, but let me just tell you, if you were not following me on Instagram when I got my very first Cleona black-based shadow, which is Oculus, when I got that shadow, I went through hell trying to figure out how to make it work, because while I do have creasing that will happen, I do have those issues because of my hooded eyes. This was the worst I had ever seen. Just like so quickly, so obviously, and I was just like, okay, but these are beloved. These are like freaking viral. Everyone can't shut the fuck up about them. Yet I didn't really hear people talking about the creasing issues. I didn't hear about it until I started digging into it. And in time, I figured it out. I figured out a way that works for me, and that's with the Fear&A Pixie Epoxy as a base. But I still do get a decent amount of creasing, or I can get creasing with these, even with the Fear&A base. And the reason why I am ambivalent is that not only is the, so once I got the Fear&A Pixie Epoxy and I realized that it worked for the black-based multichromes, I started using it for other shimmers and other products, and it's working beautifully. And so I've been using it in general as a shimmer base. But I think if I had tried to use it as a different base and found that I could only use it, that it was only helpful for the black-based multichromes, I would have felt a lot more kind of embittered about the situation. I did buy some more black-based multichromes after getting that base, and I like them, and they're pretty, and they're, special. But in the long run, I think both because of the base concerns and also because I just started realizing my own makeup style. My own makeup style isn't really one where I want to put like Oculus just all over the lid or the eyes, or Kiln just all over the eyes. And my eye shape and all of that, I just had a bit of an awakening where I was like, okay, you have a hefty, beautiful collection that includes, I think I have probably with JD Glow and Cleona, I think I have maybe 8 black-based multichromes, 7, 8. I mean, I have more than that. And I have, okay, I'm a bit of a liar. I was like, I'm not that into them. Do I have the Danessa Lightworks palette coming to me? Yes, I do. And so even though I feel like a complete liar who still wants the beautiful black-based multichromes in their collection to swatch and kind of like cover their body with, I also feel this ambivalence towards them and towards adding more to my collection, because I've just realized that they don't actually do for me what they do for other people. So anyway, that is my top 10 products I love to hate to love, products I feel ambivalent about. Insert other witty title that Yolanda probably comes up with, because she's brilliant. She's brilliant, y'all. Let me know in the comments, is there something that fits this prompt for you? Is there a product you have in your collection that you're just not sure if you love it or you hate it? or where it quite lands, why you hate it, why you love it. Spill all the deets in the comments. But also, if you have thoughts about any of the products that I talked about today, you can also join me in the comments to share your opinions there. I would love to hear from you all. Don't forget to go check out Yolanda's video and subscribe to Yolanda's channel if you have not already. And if you're over here from Yolanda, hi, hello, I'm so glad to have you here. And thank you for spending a bit of your day with me. Most importantly, don't forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday, because you are worth it. Bye, friends.